Welcome to my documentary, whereas today I'm here to talk about climate change and how it dangers our way of living. So, what is climate change? Well, simply put, climate change is a term based on the ozone layer controlling heat within our planet. A topic that you probably learned in GCSE geography, but never paid any attention to because it's geography. It controls the temperature accordingly and regulates it through sunlight radiation. The process consists of sun rays beaming beyond the ozone layer surrounding the Earth with a rise in warmth, helping plants grow and letting humanity strive at its potential without any complications. The heat that is placed beneath the layer is then reflected back into the ozone layer, where most heat passes through back into space, while some is bounced back into the Earth, leaving a loop of heating for the planet. But climate change is much different when you put it into our current perspective. With human activity raising the fires of coal and fuel burnings, not to mention landfills overflowing with methane gas emissions into our atmosphere, then leads to higher temperatures on the Earth's surface to rise because greenhouse gases are trapped in between the surface and space, allowing more heat to be absorbed, but not let out. But because of the gases affecting the layer, temperatures begin to rise past its desired point, meaning that our way of life is disturbed, and you would think caveman learning how to make fire would be the end to our way of living. Dickhead. With climate change being a trend amongst activists and people who keep screaming this topic, like this fruitcake per se, it actually impacts the Earth's residents, like polar bears having to survive on inches of thawed ice, or islands preparing to face high tidal waves due to icebergs collapsing and increasing sea levels. So, we would therefore have to look at the sources of dangerous gases, penetrating the ozone layer and filling it to the point where no heat escapes at all. That means landfills, fuel emissions, coal burnings, methane gases like this guy produces on an hourly basis, and carbon footprints that are produced on a daily basis due to human activity. With that in mind, we basically just get rid of everything that produces these things. Sorry, vegans. Oh yeah, I'm just joking about the killings, but, well, they pretty much have to stay because God forbid I ever live my life eating this! The point I'm trying to make is that we should reduce our usage of hazardous produce of energy and instead invest into cleaner sources of power. Like solar panels, which are in fact becoming a popular trend amongst millions of homeowners. I myself have one. I have no idea how useful it is, but my dad likes them, so honky dory. They are responsible for absorbing sunlight and converting it into clean electricity. And with everyone purchasing a set of screens, it helps put down factories that burn harmful coals. The same goes with another popular energy source, which are wind turbines, and they consist of a copper wire surrounded by magnets which are connected to the fan blades and a generator. So wind velocity is transferred into energy and produces a maximum capacity of 28 gigawatts. Now, 28 gigawatts may not seem that much despite usage of power goes to 50 gigawatts per home in the UK. However, you have to consider the fact that 11,500 of these spinny boys are present within the UK and is set up for dozens more. The same idea goes for hydroelectricity as well, as it follows the same procedure except water from reservoirs are flushed through the turbines and is converted into clean energy with the help of flowing currents. However, it goes without saying that most things have their cons and pros, and we would start with solar panels. They are expensive as shit, and they require maintenance in order for them to function properly, along with it using up a lot of space on your roof. With wind turbines, they're noisy, expensive, and also require lots of maintenance as well. Its large size can make this difficult to fix properly, and this would go double for someone who think it's a good idea to put it in their garden. On the other hand, imagine you're a bird flying peacefully through the vibrating air, then BAM! Slapped in half by a spinning blade and left to decompose on the floor, causing methane gases to transpire. Finally, moving on to hydroelectricity. It's also loud, again, and it's said to actually cause a disturbance in the environment, basically meaning that aquatic life is harmed and disturbed. But also, fish can get caught in the gears and will cause a higher expense to fix. So, whip out your Finding Nemo playlist and find whatever is stuck in the machine. Another thing to mention will be its unlimited resource of water, but limited source of reservoirs to process, so production would be held back by a portion because of a lack of available reservoirs, which therefore enforces the harming of aquatic life if there were available sources. Though this shouldn't be a drastic measure to be levelled with, as these sources comply with healthier alternatives of electricity, meaning no more harsh gases escaping factories and polluting water and air would no longer be present. Life would flourish better, and wildlife will become more thriving, allowing ecosystems and habitats to live amongst us in peaceful harmony. Though you too can also make a difference for our Earth, as every home includes blue bins which resemble recycling, so anything plastic, cardboard, paper based, or any item with this symbol on it will be considered reusable and recyclable. That also goes for food waste as well, being a part of nature's soil, so leaving them out would also produce harmful gases, so composting is a benefactor to reducing these harmful gases. They also reduce carbon footprint from human activity, so making the changes to your general routine will make a big difference should you see a brighter future. Now, I'm not trying to convince you to go out and spend money on a wind turbine, seeing as you don't have enough space for it. Nevertheless, it's a bit of a stupid idea. Or a solar panel to place on your house. But the idea behind perfecting a more successful future for all life on our planet would be a small price to pay for us to live as a strong colony. All you have to do is make a change. Don't forget, even popular companies such as Microsoft are already making changes to their way of power usage. Not to mention the tweet that they put out for planting trees in honour of people who switched to energy saving mode on consoles.